Today I'll show you the best remakes of the original Fall Guys maps in creative mode. Like and also write any comment of 5 words or more, this will help promote the channel. Thank you. Let's get started. The first remake for today is a remake of Speed Circuit by Batile. Spoiler: today most of the maps will be by him, so subscribe to him, the link is in the description. What can I say about the map? I don't really like the beginning. When you run, you will constantly stumble because the floor is very crooked. I understand that this is just a creative, but I'm sure this can be fixed somehow. The circle system is also very poorly thought out. In the original you need to run 2 laps to pass. Here you can simply stand at the start and wait for the floor to open. My rating is 7 out of 10. As there are many flaws here. The next map is a remake of Short Circuit by Batile as well. This time the remake turned out quite good. There are almost no problems here. The only thing I want to say is about high gravity zones. Why was it necessary to put these accelerators here? It would be much better without them. I would also change the music and skybox to make it more like the original. The problem with laps here is the same as in the previous map. My rating is also 7 out of 10. Skyline Tumble is also by Batile. This time he decided to change the sky and music, but I didn't like playing it, no offense. There is a similar problem here as in the first map. The floor here is very crooked. There are also accelerators instead of a high gravity zones and boom blasters instead of pinball flippers. And the level just doesn't look pretty. Also, the author somehow managed to put in the buttons from OG Season 4. But still, the author made a fairly similar copy and my rating is 5 out of 10, I'm sure it could have been better. Speed Slider. I really like this remake. Apparently, despite the fact that there are no SLME sliders in the creative, author was able to make them using slime blocks. Yes, that feels weird. But when the creative doesn't have the necessary objects, you have to come up with something. It also seems that the author's favorite host is falling in love on the dance floor. Because he uses it in almost every level. Great map, but still my rating is 8 out of 10. Remake of Track Attack. In fact, once upon a time I tried to make my own remake of this map, but due to the fact that the creative expansion pack now works very poorly, my map got deleted by the glitch. What can I say about this map? Almost everything is perfect here. There are only two disadvantages. The first is the crooked floor, and the second is the slime sliders. It will be better if you don't do dive slide. And here everything is the same. My rating is 8 out of 10. This is where the remakes from Bataille ended. Let's move on to other authors. Tundra run by, I don't know what his name is, I can't read Chinese. And I know I'm using Google Translator's processed voice. I use it so you don't have to listen to my terrible speech. I got distracted for some reason. Let's get back to the remake. From the very beginning you can notice that the start here is too small. But otherwise it's the same Tundra run, and you can even make a Superman skip here. My rating is 7 out of 10. Again a remake from the previous author, and this time it is a remake of Treetop Tumble. In general, it's not bad, but there are still some nuances here. Animals. Like instead of frogs there are just circles, and instead of rhinoceroses there are some fakers. But these are all the limitations of the editor. The quality is very similar to the previous map. So my rating is also 7 out of 10. What is the most iconic finale in Fall Guys for you? What do you associate with the word finale in this game? Personally, I have it with Fall Mountain. Remake by Cookie Crumb 888. This is very similar to the original, probably because the original has almost everything that is in the editor. Here the balls are still flying at you and you also need to get around them. The only difference from the original is the crown at the end. In the original, you need to grab the crown to win. Here you do not need to grab it, as it is made for the visual and you just need to touch it with your body. My rating is 9 out of 10, this is a great remake. The last remake and spoiler, it is the best of all the previous ones. Frequent Leapers is a remake of Lily Leapers. This is almost an exact remake, with the only difference being that there is a flat floor at the beginning, when in the original there is a slight slope, but as I was told, it was terrible with it. Which is why the author removed it. Everything is great here, the decorations is like the original, the gameplay is like the original. By the way, my PB on this map is 23.83, if you want to watch it. The link to the video from my second channel is in the description. My rating is 10 out of 10. These were all the maps for today, but I want to say that I didn't mention two more maps. The first is a remake of Lost Temple, as I talked about it in the previous video about the best maps of November. And the second is a remake of Night Fever. I didn't put it here because too many people, even I, have remade it. So I didn't put it here. That's all. Thanks for watching and subscribe.